Hello and welcome back to another episode of Wrong Ones Podcast. I'm Dinesh Sagi, joined by Amar. Hey, Amar,
Hello. Hello. How are you?
good to have you back. Oh, yeah, pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah, good to be back. I'm back and someone else is missing.
Yep, Punk just have a break. I think which is fair.
Yeah, everyone deserves a break,
I
right?
mean, it's pretty much covering every game alongside me. So, yes, so he took a break. But talking about breaks, IPL just lit up.
Yeah, it did.
Three, big games. Obviously, SRS chasing 245, and then PBK yesterday defending 1-1 triple one, and then
Yep.
today the super over. And if anything and everything you want in IPL, it's all seem to be happening this particular week. So the
Yeah,
table's
it's
wide open.
happening,
But
isn't
yeah,
it?
maybe
Yeah,
let's
yeah.
start with the big game today that happened between DC and RR. 188 was what DC posted, but and obviously now RR were restricted for 188. But the big news and the most important news, Mitchell Stark bowling the 20th over, defending 9 runs with two set batsmen. And obviously, I don't know how he pulled it off. Honestly, I just couldn't, you know, believe
Yeah,
he can
incredible.
actually defend 9 runs in T20.
Yeah, absolutely crazy. And every single ball of that 20th over was absolute spot on, wasn't it? I mean, you couldn't have asked for anything better there. Absolute Yorkers like Dream, and the batsman would, they tried to hit my try to hit and everything, but couldn't do anything there. So absolute perfect Yorkers, and the length was right. The batsman couldn't do anything. So yeah, I mean, it shows that how experienced bowler he is. He did not lose his nerves, and he knew that if he bowls in the right areas, then even if the batsman tried to hit him, there's a chance
Hmm.
that they kind of, maybe they will miss. And he kind of did what Dhoni is used to do, that like last over you don't panic, the other guy will panic, and that's what actually happened there. um,
Yeah.
Stark was absolutely cool as cucumber. He just picked his right areas and bowled according to the plan. He
Hmm.
bowled perfect Yorkers, as I mentioned a couple of times already, and that worked for him. So I mean, if someone can defend 9 runs there, uh, you know, he's an absolute legend. And then he
Yeah.
comes
Yeah.
back, and then
For the super
bowls the
over,
super
and
over
yeah,
as yeah,
absolutely
exactly.
yes.
So he, in fact, won the game twice for his team.
Yeah, and the reason I pointed that out is how important like bowlers are for this T20 side, because there's a lot of credit that goes to batsmen for chasing like 240s, 250s. But yesterday was prime example where PBKS and Chahal were able to defend 1-1-1, and today two set batsmen like I mentioned, all you needed is 9 runs, one boundary that will seal the game. And then here comes Mitchell Stark, 6 Yorkers in a row on the 20th over, and also he followed with few more Yorkers in the super over as well. So apparently, somewhere I'm reading socials as well, he bowled consecutive 10 Yorkers, including the 20th over and the super over, without missing.
that's that's
I mean,
some
that's some
consistency,
accuracy and
isn't it? Yeah,
consistency.
yeah.
Yeah.
Absolute yeah, that was this spell was absolutely magical. And you can give the credit of the victory to him completely, no
Hmm.
questions asked there. So um yeah, 188. Delhi Capitals batted really well to get there. Of course, uh, you know, JFM. Um, he tried to give a good start, but again he
Right.
failed.
Yeah.
Um,
Hmm.
again he failed. So, but Abhishek Porel, Porel is just batting like a dream, really.
Hmm.
He doesn't look like a strong guy, but he can hit the ball back to the 10th row. And his shots are also, this tells me that he's a very good timer of the ball as well. He swings the bat hard, but he times them really well as well, and that's why the ball flies off. And yeah, very aggressive batsman, and he gives that brilliant start every single time, or more often than not. And 49 of 37 balls, um,
Mhm.
five fours and 1 6, you can see there. So he's one of the reasons why Delhi Capitals is doing well, because you have seen Karun Nair making runs one day, the other day failing, and before Karun Nair was played, there other batsmen were also there, but Abhishek Porel is the guy who has been making runs every single time. So yeah, I mean they have a very good opening batsman there. So and of course, what can be said about uh, Karun Nair there? Previous match, he makes absolute brilliant. I think it was 89, um, and then today, a run out. You can say a silly run out. He just I don't know. Probably he gave up in the end. Maybe if he would have dived, then he would have been okay, but he did not.
Absolutely. Yeah.
The throw came in from from Hasaranga.
Fine leg.
I don't know
Yeah. Short fine leg.
yeah, yeah, if Sandeep Sharma would have left the ball, he did not catch it, then he would have hit the stump. I think so, but
Maybe.
the ball came in so quickly that. Karun Nair thought that he's going to be out anyway, so he did not dive. Had he put in that dive, I think he would have been okay. He was just out, so he did not factor in Sandeep
Sandeep
Sharma
Sharma.
catching the ball in between. But yeah, he would have. Sandeep Sharma actually gave him a split second, but then he did not
Hmm.
dive. So if he had dived, then he would have been okay. Then again, yeah, and what a brilliant innings from KL Rahul again. So he seems to be playing those match-winning innings now. So
Hmm.
yeah, that's a brilliant batting effort, even though a couple of them failed.
Yeah. Just on the Karun Nair event, right? I didn't watch it live, but I was sort of caught up on like the highlights. I have a different opinion. It's not that he expected it to hit direct. I don't think he realized that Sandeep Sharma can actually, cast the ball and still clear the stumps. The impression I've got is he thought Sandeep Sharma is not even going to try. So he sort of took it easy without realizing there's actually enough time for Sandeep Sharma to cast the ball and still knock the stumps. Because when you look at it again, maybe on YouTube or somewhere, you can actually see even when Sandeep Sharma tried to hit, you didn't see that urgency in Sandeep Sharma either. He just tried to make an attempt. He managed to hit the stumps, and then he
Yeah,
appealed.
yeah. He did not
Yeah,
expect, and
yeah. I
even
know. I think
Hasaranga
he
thought
didn't
that.
expect. Yeah,
Yeah, he did not expect, and even Hasaranga was like, "Oh, why did you catch it?"
yeah,
And then Sandeep Sharma tries to hit the stump. He hits the stump, and everyone thought that it's not going to be a run out, including
yes,
Karun Nair, Sandeep Sharma, and
yes,
Hasaranga.
absolutely.
Everyone thought that it's not going to be a run out,
Hmm.
but in the end, he had tried. He hit the stump, and yeah, Karun Nair was
Yeah,
just a shot by a whisker.
yeah.
So this shows that
Change of fortunes,
you put in your dive every single time.
yeah,
Especially
absolutely. Never give up,
when
right?
Karun
Yeah.
Nair has been waiting this long for his chance, and he did get a good start in the previous match, so he would have
Hmm.
made runs in this one as well. But if you get the chance, just put in the dive, I would say.
Yeah. And also another player I want to call out. I know we mentioned about KL Rahul and Stubbs and stuff, but for me today, Akshar Patel was the big difference. He sort of came at number 6. Generally, he's batting at like number 4, but obviously, he came in at number 6 in fact, and then 34 of 14 at 240 strike rate actually helped DC post at 180, because at one point 160 was difficult for them. Yes, Stubbs tried to obviously accelerate, but Stubbs actually scored most of his 19 runs in the last over. But before that, TC was struggling to even get to 160 when Rahul got out. But Akshar Patel, obviously, what an innings! And it's good to see, he's given that captaincy. He hasn't had a good start to the season, especially personally for him. Even the DC is doing really well. He hasn't picked any wickets. He hasn't been contributing enough with the bat, and for him to obviously come out today and sort of play the knock was massive in the context of things.
It has been. I mean, after Porel gave that brilliant start, from runabout from 12th over marks to 15th, 16th over, they had slowed down, and
Yes.
rightly so. When you mention Akshar Patel, one coming in and giving that
Mhm.
impetus, he has been playing that kind of innings in many of the matches, and he believes that that is his role, and you can
Mhm.
see him doing that in when he plays for India as well in we have seen that as well. He comes in and he kind of takes to the attack. He can hit long sixes. He has got long levers, and he has that style of just going down one knee and then hitting the bowler to the stands. Very good handy batsman. Whenever you
Mhm.
need him, he can give those quick runs, but at times he can also rotate the strike, and whenever the other batsman is hitting, he can just hold on one end and give the strike to the other one. But yeah, whenever like in today's scenario, when the runs had a little bit slowed down, he came in and uh, kind of put oil to the fire, and got that last few runs in fewer balls. So
Yeah.
always handy, especially in
Mhm.
T20s.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And another thing I can, for the life of me, figure out what is that Riyan Parag knows about Rajasthan Royals that nobody else does.
I don't know.
I mean, I'm very honest. Like, I mean, I know they talk
Yeah.
about his talent and whatnot, but why does he get a preference over some of the batting lineup? This is something I covered in my previous podcast as well. I've said it, and I know a lot of people agree to this. Nitish Rana should bat at number three, even though
Yeah,
they
I've
have
been saying that, right? I've
four
been
or
saying
five
that.
lefties.
Yeah.
Nitish Rana should have batted at number three. The one game he batted at number three, he scored that 80 and he won the game for them. Since then, he hasn't batted because for some reason, RR thought he should always have the left and right combination, which doesn't make any sense. And then today's game, Parag struggled. He scored 8 of 11 deliveries at 80 strike rate. And then he gets a chance to come out in the super over. I mean, if they really
Yeah.
wanted a left and right combination and they didn't want Nitish Rana to come out or Jaiswal to come out, and some with Sanju Samson injured, I would send Dhruv Churel, who is out there in the in the 20th over, scoring at 150 strike rate. I would have put him and Hitmar back in the pitch and said, you guys are already out there. You played a over of Stark already. There, another over for you guys. Go accelerate.
Yeah. What I think is, and I'm just guessing, that he puts his hand up every single time. He's like, okay, I will go and I want to bat at number three. I want to go for the super over. I think he's the guy who wants to take that responsibility, whether or not he is able to do or not. And maybe the team management goes with him. If they look at someone who is coming up front and saying, I want to do it, and they just give the opportunity. But yeah, I mean, rightly so. I mean, in for Rana, I would like to, I would like to see him at number batting at number three. I've been saying that all along, and also super over. He should have gone. He
Yeah.
hit the ball so cleanly when he was batting.
Yes, absolutely.
Um,
He was scoring at like
so
150 strike rate, and so
yeah,
was Dhruv Churel.
exactly, and he scored a half century there.
In fact,
Riyan
Rana's
Parag had
scoring
only
at 180
scored eight
strike rate.
runs. Yeah,
Yeah.
180 strike rate. So I do not understand why he was not sent. You know, he could have easily played Stark, or at least he's no less than Riyan Parag when he's he has to play Stark. So he's no less of a batter. In fact, he has done better
Yeah.
in couple of games we have
Hmm.
seen. So yeah, very surprising. Even Dhruv Jurel could hit, but of course, I mean, if Rana is there, I would send Rana. I think
Yeah.
this is the only thing happening is Riyan Parag is putting his hand up and he's saying, "I want to go and do it." And the management is saying,
Hmm.
"Okay, yeah. I mean, if someone is coming up, then just go and do it." But it's just that
I mean,
he's not doing it.
I would like a management like that. I'm always putting my hand up when I wanted a pay rise. When they say, who wants a pay rise, I put my hand up. When they offer a extra day off, I put my hand up, and nothing's getting approved.
Yeah, maybe Rian Parag is not asking for money. He's saying, "I will do it for free," and
You hope
the
so.
management is saying, "Okay, you go. You're the man." Yeah.
I mean, he's getting retained for like whatever 9 crore, 12 crore after like one good season in like 7 years.
mm,
I mean, I do it for free as well.
yeah.
But anyway, yeah,
Talking
it
of
just didn't make sense. Seeing him
yeah,
walk out.
and
Yeah,
I mean, of course, Shimron was batting and then he was sent in. But again, he was also struggling, right? He was also
yeah,
struggling. Hetmeyer was struggling to hit the ball. In the last over as well, he could not hit the ball. But then again, he was sent in. So again, I don't understand that as well. So um, and those runouts. So
yeah.
again we see run out. So yeah, it was really a strange innings, super over from Rajasthan Royals.
Hmm.
You talk about the batting there, right? But then think about the
The
bowling as
bowling,
well.
pick Sandeep Sharma
Of
ahead of
course,
Jafra Archer.
so, yeah, Sandeep Sharma is a brilliant bowler, and I have said this that he's a legend of IPL. But
Hmm.
last over was a disaster. His last over of 20th over of the
Yeah, he
match
considered
when he
19
bowled,
runs. Yeah,
yeah, five wides. I think it was five wides, and
yes.
then so if that 20th over he was not confident, the ball was not
Hmm.
coming out well of his hand, and he was missing the spot wherever he was trying to bowl, and he was totally missing
Hmm.
it. Then surely you don't
Hmm.
send that guy in. Surely that he's not
Yes.
in the right place, he's not confident or whatever it is.
Hmm.
Maybe his hand is not listening to his brain.
Yeah.
So you don't send that guy in to bowl a super over.
Also, another
um,
piece. I don't know if you picked up the post-match interview with Christian Stubbs, when they've asked him that six you hit of the slow ball. He actually mentioned 20th over when he was facing Sandeep Sharma. He was at strike and he saw Sandeep Sharma trying the slower ones. So he knew in the super over he'll be trying that again.
yeah,
So these are the
yeah,
things I think
exactly.
the management should take into account. They know he was a guy who scored the 19 runs in the 20th over. Even though you put the whites aside, he still hit a 6 and a 4, and that person is actually coming back to strike the super over. Then Sandeep Sharma shouldn't be a bowler. He should be someone fresh, and Jofra Archer would have been perfect if anything.
Yeah, Archer was bowling well. Maybe
Yeah,
they thought they don't
the
have many
pace
runs
and
to
everything.
defend. So but the thing was, Sandeep Sharma had bowled exactly same ball to
Yes.
Rahul in the super over. He was hit for
Hmm.
a four there. I mean, to be honest, first ball was also the similar kind of ball. He conceded
Yeah,
one run. Then he bowled that again, and then he was
double. Yeah,
Rahul knew that, and he hit him for a four, and exactly the same ball to Stubbs as
on the
well.
fourth
So
delivery. Yeah.
yeah, so I mean, to be honest, Sandeep Sharma was not himself today.
Yeah.
So yeah, all in all, for
Yeah,
RR,
he's
it did
definitely a
not work out.
great bowler, but just if it's not your day, it's not your day.
Yeah,
So
exactly. I mean, you have to see how
yeah,
he's doing on that particular day, on that moment as well.
yeah.
So
They made two
yeah, very
blunders, one with
confusing.
Rian Parag and when Steve Smith. Sorry, with Sandeep Sharma. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So very strange day for him, for Rajasthan Royals, both on the batting front and bowling
yeah,
in the super over.
yeah. Looking at the table, I think it's going to be very hard for RR to come back now. 7 games, 5 losses, 4 points. I just don't see them and their what do you call net run rate is quite bad as well at the moment.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, talking about their batting performance as well. I mean, Yashasvi Jaiswal gave a brilliant start today. He was hitting ball, high and far. But if you think about it, again, Sanju Samson has to go out, retired hurt, and then again you come down. Riyan Parag is not making that many runs. Shivran Hetmeyer is not doing as much as he should. You
Yeah.
get runs from Dhruv Jurel and Nitish Rana. Other than
Hmm.
that, you're not getting runs. So I mean,
Yeah.
for Rajasthan Royals to come back, I don't see them winning many games even now. So I don't see, of course, the table says, and even if they win every single game, it's still hard. But then
They
I
might,
don't think
yeah.
they will win every single game from now on as well, because of the players. And after Sharon, if you see, these guys don't have batsmen. I mean,
Yeah.
Hasaranga is there, but again, Hasaranga is not that kind of an all-rounder who will save you matches by his batting talent. Jofra Archer, then you have Jofra Archer, Thiksana, Sandeep Sharma, and Tushar Deshpande.
Hmm.
You won't get
Yeah,
many runs
there's
from
no,
them.
yeah, all rounders in that squad.
So
It's just
yeah,
either pure batsmen or pure bowlers.
yeah, exactly. I mean, in IPL, T20 cricket generally, but especially in IPL, you have to have batting till number 8, 9, even.
Mhm. Yeah.
uh, Otherwise it's not happening. And people who have been saving runs for them, for example Sandeep Sharma and Tushar Deshpande, both have gone for plenty of runs today. Right from the second
Yeah.
over, Tushar Deshpande was taken to cleaners by Porel,
Corral, yeah.
and Sandeep Sharma was not himself today. So I mean, both on the bowling front and the batting front, they are not doing well. So I don't
Yeah.
see uh, them going anywhere.
And on the flip side, how impressed were you with DC? Like, winning 5 out of 6 games, and the one game they've lost, that was the one where they had the brain freeze.
Yeah,
Uh,
exactly.
yeah.
In the previous podcast as well, I think Punk had already mentioned that
Yeah.
the DC in the past had been losing these kind of matches here and there every,
Yeah.
but yeah, they're together. They are a very very strong unit this
Mhm.
time, and
Yeah.
their players are. Themselves are raising hand and they're coming up. I mean, like I mentioned about Abhishek Purel as well.
Mhm.
Karun Nair is back now in the team,
Yeah.
playing for them. KL Rahul, what an inclusion this year,
Mhm.
and he is batting like a dream, absolute dream. He can, if you want him to rotate the strike, he can, and he can hit those massive sixes as well. And whenever he makes runs, it doesn't feel like he's kind of aggressive or he's batting in anger, but
Mhm.
he's one of those guys who are very beautiful to eye. And all of a sudden, he's around about 40 runs and 40 45 runs, and you never notice that. So he's that kind of guy. And this
Yeah.
season he's coming and winning matches.
Yep.
That is very very good thing for Delhi Capitals. And
Yep.
Stubbs, he started late, but he's kind of picked up now. He's making runs, and you have
Yeah.
already seen Ashutosh Sharma right from the start. I mean, what he
Mhm.
can do. So they're gelling really well. A good
Mhm.
team. Vipraj Nigam,
Vipraj Nigam, yeah. Mhm.
Allagi, he's making a name for himself. So I mean,
Yeah.
what is not working for them? I mean, Mitchell Stark, absolute brilliant. Kuldeep
Kuldeep
Yadav,
Yadav. Don't
and
forget
Mohit
Yadav. Yeah,
Sharma is
he's
there.
been
So
brilliant.
yeah, oh
Yeah.
my god! I mean, this team is just Jake Fraser McCurg has to come to the
Yeah.
party,
Come ready.
and they are
Yeah.
on. I mean, and just one interesting stat as well. I heard in today's commentary that Delhi Capitals have been they have played 5 super overs in IPL,
Yeah. The only team
and
is what I heard. This is the
and they
first
have
one they
won
won,
four
right?
of them,
Oh,
and they
four.
have
Okay.
won 4 of them, 4 out of 5.
Nice.
So
Good on them.
yeah, they're used to it. But this team, I mean, this looks a perfect team, batting, bowling,
Mhm.
stark opposite to RR.
Absolutely. Well, maybe DC in the past, they're only winning the super over games and nothing else. But this season, they turned it around big time. So good on them.
Yeah.
Really quickly before we wrap up, tomorrow's game between MI and SRH, who is your pick?
Oh my God. What a brilliant matchup, isn't it? Um,
It's going to be a close one.
it's very hard to.
Yes.
They're playing SRH in Hyderabad. Are they playing in Hyderabad or
No,
in Mumbai?
they're playing in Mumbai.
Are they playing in Mumbai?
Let me put it
But
this
even
way.
though, I mean, it's a
What's your preference, vada pav or biryani?
biryani always. But it will be a very interesting one because Ishan Kishan is playing in Mumbai uh, after
Hmm.
being not
Comeback
retained.
story.
And
Retain.
yeah,
Yeah.
so that will be there as well. And I'm expecting him to make runs because he had played for so many years there. And
Hmm.
yeah, it's an occasion, isn't it, in playing in Mumbai as well. It's a totally different environment. Hope
Hmm.
it won't be as batting wicket as you get in Hyderabad,
Hyderabad. Yeah.
But then you have batsmen on both sides.
Yeah.
It's a it could be an even contest, but then again, just with Bumrah is there, and you know,
Mm.
oh my God, it's going to be a crazy one, isn't it? Um,
Yep. Really looking forward.
my
Both are on
brain,
4 points, so both needs to win
yeah,
equally
yeah,
important
yeah, yeah.
to
My
stay in
my
the contest.
brain says Mumbai, but my heart says Hyderabad. So I'm gonna go for Hyderabad because I want to see that batting line of fire again. I
Hmm.
absolutely enjoy that. So, and
Yeah.
what would be better than Ishan Kishan beating Mumbai in Mumbai?
Absolutely. On that note, obviously, if things turn out the way, do help yourself for a bawarchi in East Ham
I will, I
on
will.
the long weekend.
Hopefully, if hopefully if SRH win, one day they will say it's, the treat is on them, and then I'll be there. So yeah,
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe you should just send this a link onto them. But yeah, on
yeah,
that note, Amar, appreciate your time today. Thanks for all the insights. For our subscribers, viewers, like we always say, any feedback is always welcome. Do support us and let us know where we can improve, and we'll do everything in our capacity to try and come up with more and more insights and sort of cover as many games as possible as we progress along. Amar, over to you.
yeah, and do what you can is hit the bell icon.
Thank you. On that note, we're going to wrap up for today. Thank you, Amar. Have a good night.
See
Thanks,
you.
everyone.
Thank you. Bye.